It's been like a month since I've done this. So, yeah, um, we're gonna finish Revelation. We're gonna do chapter 21 and chapter 22. I might split it between two videos since it's two chapters, but we'll see when we come to that point. Anyway, let's start off in prayer. Lord, I thank you for those who are watching. I ask that you would give them insight, give me insight, Lord, that through the book of Revelation, I know you have revealed so much to me, and I ask and pray that you would reveal so much to the people watching, even if it's not through what I say, Lord, but through something that you say in this book, in this amazing book. I ask that they would be transformed in your love. I ask that you would reveal to them your amazing love through this book. And I'm gonna skip ahead to a verse. I'm gonna go back to Revelation 21 verse 1, but I want to start with verse 4 of it real quick. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. God's gonna wipe away all the tears from their eyes. And there's gonna be no more death, nor sorrow, nor crying, or pain, because the former things are passed away. And I think this makes so much sense because when Jesus talks in scripture, it might have been Paul though, it probably was both, but check for yourselves about becoming a new creation. The old is has passed away, the new has come, or the old is gone, the new is here. It's something along those lines again. Always don't take my word for it. Never take my word for it or anyone else's word for it. Read for yourself what it says. I'm gonna be honest, I probably misquoted that because I don't do notes before I do these videos. And I would check my phone, but that's what I use to record this thing anyway. So always check that. Oh, I can check one verse from Romans 6:23. The gift of God is eternal life. Or life eternal, depends which version of the Bible you have anyway. And you probably already know I read from King James, but let's start Revelation 21 verse 1. But just think of that verse 4, ponder on that. The love of God is so great that there won't be any more pain, no more death, no more sorrow, no more crying. And God's gonna wipe away the tears from their eyes. But let's dive into this. Okay, verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. Again with the newness. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he shall dwell with them. And they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them, and be their God. So it's the people that In verse 4, it says, "And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away." And some might ask, okay, their eyes, who is they? The they that's being referred to. Well, you go back to verse 3. This is like, it's intense sometimes. How, I don't know what word to use, how cautious you have to be when reading the Bible to not make something up, because, and that's why I try to read, like, that's why I always say, don't quote me on this, look it up for yourselves, how it's worded, because one word wrong, I've learned this. If you speak one word wrong, which I'm sure I have, and if I have, I'm sorry for that. I'm an imperfect human being. And that was not my intent. And if I do ever have a video where I say something wrong and that completely changes the meaning, I completely will address that. I'll put it in the comments section, the mistake that was made in the video, and address that if that ever comes to happen. Anyway, but you have to be really careful. You have to look at every single word, because this is saying from their eyes, right? There is a specific group of people. It's not everyone's eyes necessarily. So let's see who they are. "And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God." So the them that's being referred to are God's people. It's not everyone. It's not everyone. Some people, their father is Satan. My father was Satan. But I have a new father. I have a new father. And it's no longer Satan. But again, I just want to reiterate that one word can completely change the meaning. And some people don't understand how one small word could change what an entire thing means. The example I like to give is Jesus says in the book of John, the Gospel of John, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except by me or through me." It depends on translation. It depends on version you read, sorry. But if you change the word "the" to "a" before "way," that completely changes the meaning. If I were to say, Jesus is a way, the truth, and the life, no one comes to the right, that completely changes it. Because if Jesus is just a way, one way out of a whole bunch of different ways, then what are we Christians doing? Like, for real, what are we doing if Jesus is just a way? If you can get to God through Muhammad, if you can get to God through Buddhism, through Nirvana, if you can get to God through Hinduism, if you can get to God through the Satanic Temple, what are we really doing? But it's not a way. He is the way. Singular. The way. It doesn't say a way. It says the way. And those are two completely different things. And I know this isn't even part of this book, but I feel called to just talk about this for a second. very thirsty after I brush my teeth. Um, but if I say that I know the way to a certain place, if I say I know the way to Walmart, let's say Walmart in New York, because, I'm not dumb enough to give out my location. Let's say I know the way to Walmart in New York, certain Walmart in New York, right? So if I say I know a way to that certain Walmart in New York versus the way to that certain Walmart in New York, those are two completely different things. When you say I know a way, that insinuates that there is or that there could be other ways. That's not just one path you could go to get to this destination, but you could also go this way, like. But when you say the way, I know the way to a Walmart in New York, the way, that insinuates, and I don't say only for a reason, because that's not true to the text. I don't say I don't say that Jesus said, I am the only way, the only truth, the only life. I don't say that. But I do say he said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Because when you say the, not a, when you say the, that then shows it's not just one path out of many. The is different than a. I know the way. I know the way, the truth, and the life. I don't know a way. I know the way. And I want to know Jesus more and more and more every single day. So, one word changes things. Stay true to the text as much as you possibly can, as much as is within your control. And always, but check. Don't take my words. Don't take my words for it, okay? Just please don't take my words for it. Or anyone else's words for it, for that matter. Check the text yourself. I have seen totally random fake scriptures that don't exist be posted. Like, I think I saw like a John 40:10 once, and it said something about Jesus is blah blah blah. I can't even remember. But just so you know, John 40:10 doesn't exist. Like, at all. I even thought they might be talking about, oh, maybe it's like one of those Gnostic Gospels, which, oh my goodness, those aren't worth your time. But, like, there's only 21 chapters in John. And then you're seeing, like, John 40:10, or maybe it was John 30:10. Anyway, so don't just trust what you see or what you hear. Look for yourself. God will help you. He's helped me. And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. And he said unto me, It is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. Wow, power. And you just read a few verses, and sometimes God just hits you upside the head. I could study every single one of these verses for a year, each individual verse, and I still probably wouldn't unravel the entire mystery of God, of how amazing he is, of how high his ways are. And you know, I mean, I likely wouldn't live long enough either, because there's a lot of verses. Like, there's a lot of verses. There's like over 1,000, I think it's 1,100 something chapters in the Bible. And then there's several verses for each chapter. So that's, that's a lot. But it's just amazing. And he said unto me, it is done. You know what that sounds like? When Jesus was on the cross. Jesus was on the cross, and the nails, they went in his hands. And Jesus was on the cross, and he said, it is finished. And here we see, it is done. I am Alpha and Omega, at the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. I'm going to skip to verse 8. No, I am not. So, verse 7. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. God has allowed us to be able to be his child, but so many of us take that for granted. But we need to stop taking it for granted. God doesn't owe us heaven. God doesn't owe us sonship. But he gives it. I truly love doing this for God. I love to do this. I love to do this for God. It's, I get to points where it's hard to read my Bible. But we live in a day and age. God has blessed us so much in so many ways. There's an audio Bible. And I know good and well that 99% of you watching this have access to an audio Bible or a Bible in some way, shape, or form. Maybe not 99%. I saw this video, and it truly made me question most Americans who call themselves Christians. This Bible. Well, of course, not this one. This is... I love this Bible. It used to be my grandmother's. This Bible. Again, not this Bible. The Bible you have at home. Most likely have at home. How often do you pick it up and read it? I saw this video of Chinese children, and they were elated to get a box filled with Bibles because they never had Bibles before. I saw video from the underground church of either Iraq or Iran, and they are willing to spread information that they feel needs to be known to fellow Christians at the cost of their own lives. I know missionaries who have gone out and they have seen people who pray and pray and pray and pray and pray and read and read and read their Bible. And it's just sad how we take this for granted. You know who didn't have this? You know who didn't have this? Peter didn't have this Bible. Peter didn't have a Bible. Neither did John. Neither did Paul. Neither did Judas. We're blessed enough to have this right here, right now. You're able to listen to me read it. You're able to listen to someone else read it if you don't like the voice God has given me. Or if you think I take too long to get to the point. Listen real quick. After this, you could even freely leave. If you think that it would glorify God more for you to listen to someone else read the Bible, explain the Bible to you, do not feel obligated to subscribe to me. Do not feel obligated to like this, to even finish watching this. Because it's not. I'll be okay. I'm here for Jesus, right? I'm doing his work. I don't care about the numbers. I don't really care. What I would absolutely love 1 million subscribers if they were all saved. In part from this. I would absolutely love that. But a subscriber doesn't mean a thing to me when they're not saved. It doesn't mean a thing. A like from a person who's gonna go to hell tomorrow if they die doesn't mean a thing to me. It doesn't mean a thing. Meaningless. Meaningless. it's meaningless to me. So please, I encourage you, if you will do better listening to someone else, reading the Bible for yourself, go ahead. I want that for you. I want you to have a better relationship with God. I want that for you because I love you. I'm gonna get back to reading now. Oh my. But God guides me through this. I have no notes. All I have is a few verses highlighted. And the reason I have them highlighted is because I highlighted them in church, not for the sake of these videos. But I really hope that this will bless you. But I'm gonna finish out reading. And it's like about 20 more verses. But the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. And there came unto me one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials. You see, I keep on saying the, because I'm not going to skip over the. We've seen it's important. I tried to display that already. The 7 vials full of the 7 last plagues, and talked with me, saying, Come hither, I will show thee the bride, the Lamb's wife. And he carried me away in the spirit, or in spirit. And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain, and showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from God, having the glory of God, and her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. On the east 3 gates, on the north 3 gates, on the south 3 gates, on the west 3 gates. So this is New Jerusalem. It's a very beautiful thing. I will wait to see it. It's going to be worth the wait, for sure. Because I know God created this beautiful earth. But a new heaven and a new earth, I can't even imagine. I can't fathom how amazing that's going to be. And the wall on the city had 12 foundations, and in them the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. And he that talked with me had a golden reed to measure the city and the gates thereof, and the wall thereof. The book of Revelation, it's so exact. It's so exact. Listen to this. And the city lieth foursquare, and the length is as large as the breadth. And he measured the city with the reed 12,000 furlongs. The length and the breadth and the height of it are equal. It's basically saying it's a square. Well, not a square, a cube. Sorry, not a square, a cube. And he measured the wall thereof 140 and 4 cubits, according to the measure of a man, that is, of the angel. And the building of the wall of it was of jasper, and the city was pure gold, like unto clear glass, and the foundations of the wall of the city were garnished with all manner of precious stones. The first foundation was jasper, the second sapphire, the third chalcedony, the fourth an emerald, the fifth sardonyx. I'm probably messing up some of these gems names. The sixth sardius, the seventh chrysolite, the eighth beryl, the ninth a topaz, the 10th a chrysoprasus, the 11th a jacinth, the 12th an amethyst. That's going to be so beautiful to see. And the 12 gates were pearls. Every several gate was of one pearl. And the street of the city was pure gold, as it were transparent glass. So beautiful. I'm just trying to imagine it, and I can't, like, I can't imagine how great it is. And I saw no temple therein, for the Lord God Almighty and the Lamb are the temple of it. And the city had no need of the sun, neither of the moon, to shine in it, for the glory of God did lighten it, and the Lamb is the light thereof. And the nations of them which are saved shall walk in the light of it, and the kings of the earth do bring their glory and honor into it. And the gates of it shall not be shut at all by day, for there shall be no night there. And they shall bring the glory and honor of the nations into it, and there shall in no wise enter into it anything that defileth, neither whatsoever worketh abomination or maketh a lie, but they which are written in the Lamb's book of life. And I'm gonna end here, because I don't want this video to be too long, or my camera will shut off on me. My camera is my phone. It's not a camera, so I don't even think I have a SIM card or anything like that. So, a little extra information. I make these videos, I post them on YouTube, and then I delete them off of my phone so that YouTube just holds them, because YouTube, unlimited space. My phone's camera is not unlimited for sure. So, in case you ever want to start making videos, that's a nice tip to know if you're in a position like me. But yeah, I love you. I hope you got something from this. I hope God softened your heart to his love. I hope he revealed something to you. Just one more book in Revelation. So Revelation 22, I'll start in my next video, and that will be the end of my series on Revelation that, by the grace of God, I've been able to do. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you for the last video, and then I'll put it all in a